And we are live. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Betty, I know it's morning at your side. For us, it's good afternoon. And it's us again. It's us women, mothers who are in this digital business. It's us again having a date with you guys this Saturday evening. But before I tell you about what we're talking about today, I'll let my friends introduce themselves. We'll start with you, Betty. Why don't you tell people who you are? I know some of them have forgotten, or some people are joining us for the first time today.
Yeah, true. It's good morning from us. I've just what time is it? It's 11 a.m. in the UK. So we're just starting our day. So hi guys. My name is Betty. I am a wife and I am a mom. I am also a successful online business owner. I started this business in April of 2019. So I'm coming to my fifth year this coming April. And I am also a coach. I'm a coach in our digital world. So yeah, it's nice to see you all and welcome to our today's go live.
Thanks, Betty. It's good to have you back again. My Garanas, my namesake.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
us who you are. Some of us might have forgotten.
Habari zenyu watu wote popote mlipo. I hope you're doing well wherever you are on this wonderful day. My name is Priscilla Ngasha. I'm a digital business owner, a school teacher, a mother, so many things. And I've been in this digital business for 1 year now, gaining skills, gaining friends, gaining clients, and building. I'm in my building phase in this digital business. Welcome and feel at home.
Thanks for that. And for me, I'm the host today. My name is Priscilla, as some people might see from my screen, but a lot of people know me as Shiro. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. Right now, well, I can say I'm on maternity leave, but when I'm working, I'm a business support officer. But I'm also a proud digital business owner. I think May or June, I'm coming to my third year in this digital business. And I'm proud to say that I am a digital business owner because it makes me feel like an adult, like I've grown up now because I own my own business. And yeah, we're glad to be here again tonight. I hope, for those of you who've watched us for the last 2 or 3 lives, I hope you've learned something and you've caught something. And for today, our discussion, as you've seen from the topic, is we are talking about that you want to start a digital business, but also you want to start a business. But for us, we're talking about a digital business, but you have a skeptical husband, you have a skeptical partner, you have let's add the skeptical friends there too. And you also have sometimes skeptical you, which is normal. So you want to start something, but the voices, you have one angel here says yes, the other one here saying no, or even the person that you live with is like, hey, no, you cannot do that. So today we are talking about skepticism or our skeptical partners. I think I'll start with Betty. I know you for you as yours is very no. Let me leave yours for the end.
Experience.
Actually, let me leave that for the end because yours is just funny. But I can just say, let me just say, with a skepticism, because I think it's a normal human thing. It's a normal human response. Because for me, when I started this business, my husband was very supportive. But there is like a but there, because he's very supportive. Lakini pesa ni za nani? Hautaenda kumwambia nipatie pesa. The money was mine. When I booked in my coaching call with Betty, I booked in the coaching call. I was told all about the business, but the investment. He's like, yes, I am happy for you to do the business. Yeah. But when it came to the other finances issues, it was mine. So I can say he was supportive, but he has some skepticism in him. That he was like, he let me do what he was, but he had that, a candle with me for me to do whatever I want to do. And then he will come later and see what I've been doing and what, if there's any, benefit or there's any return. I don't know how it was, Priscilla. We'll leave in Betty for the end because hers is special.
For me? Yeah. Oh my God. Wacha tu nijiuze hapa. Let me just honestly say, I'm going to whisper because he's in the next room with the children and he doesn't know this particular point of story. Me, when I started this piece of business, I was in the middle, I was looking at probably nappies, that nappy rush phase of kids. And then I saw an ad pop up on YouTube and I clicked. And because I'd been looking for digital for businesses to do online, I jumped on it. I was like, hiya. And then I registered immediate. I didn't waste time. I was like, hiya. Because I've been looking for things to do. And so I was looking at everything and I could see the processes that which businesses attract you. I could see the marketing. They want you to register. They want you to keep sending you information so you can learn. So I knew, registration is normal. This is how you learn. And then and then after I watched the webinar, I was like, this sounds interesting. We don't have to sell products. I don't have to stay with anything in my house that I'm selling. And then I saw their mentors. I was like, gosh, this is it. And then when I was watching it, there was 149 joining fee to get all the info. I was like, bus. And now I was like, that's nothing. But then I translated it to Australian dollars. I actually used rent money to join. Rent money for the week was what I had on me, and that is what I use. I was like, nitambia mzee baadaye, but I joined. And then it says refundable, and it says you can refund anytime. So I joined in, and I knew if I needed to refund, I would refund and get my money after getting the information. Like, what's 149? You buy a pair of shoes that's more expensive. Doc Martens are so expensive.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I was like, rent money for the week. I used that. And then I watched. I was like, oh my God. From there, my head went, okay, imagine, why are people not looking at this info? Why this is, and then I went on like a trail. I was researching it here. Because now I was like, now I'm going to have to explain to someone what I've done. And I need to actually do this. So for me, I knew I had to strategize how to tell him because one, neither of us are business oriented. And then him, he's just always been employed and he's happy with that. But now me, I was like, no. I knew I needed something because I don't know. I just knew. You know how sometimes between the two of you, who yes, we all have visions and dreams, but who is going to be driving us in what direction. I was like, he wants us to do this, but I knew I wanted to stay home with kids. So I knew I had to find something for myself. So that's how I started. And then I would strategize on how to now tell him, because I didn't know whether he would receive the news positively or whether he would receive the news negatively. So I called the house agent and I told the agent, leo rent imechelewa, sitalipa leo, tutalipa kesho. That is in fact what I did. And then I just went on a rabbit hole that night. And it's those days of kunyonyesha. Watching, learning, doing my due diligence, because if someone has said he is a business, it's your obligation, to go and read more and find out more. And watching that webinar again and again, and then, looking at all this information online. And then I even looked at negative information, because you don't want to just look at positive. I also looked at all the bad things they are saying about businesses and this particular one. Alafu unajiuliza, wajerire, are you going? Corona. No. Okay, so me, I called myself and then I strategized. And then I was like, because most people, when you start it's not like you start with loads. You go to a bank, you sit down, you give them your business plan. People don't have money lying down somewhere at just waiting to start business. No. People who have money lying down, they are not interested. They're doing huge things. They're doing investments. They're buying second properties, third properties. So I knew, where is the money going to come to start the business? Who is going to be doing the donkey work? how do I tell my husband I want to do this? So yes, that was how the cookie crumbled.
Okay.
Don't tell him.
My goodness, some of the things that we do that we have to get, when you want to get to where we can. But anyway, it got you to where you wanted. Because for me,
Yeah,
as you said, I've always wanted to own something that is mine, something that
yeah.
I can say it is Shiro's. This is me. I am responsible for it. It is my baby, just as if they are my babies. A business that I can say that I am responsible for. Because as you say, Doc Martens, the amount of money we spend out there on Amazon or
Yeah.
Shane or Pat, buying things that we don't even need. And then come
Yeah.
spring cleaning, you're cleaning it out, giving them away. So I'd rather invest that money on a business that I know it will give me more to buy those things that I know that I do not need, but I do not feel the pinch in my pocket.
And some of
So,
us,
but
when we buy
anyway,
things, we want the expensive things, quality things.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And some of us, like now, we have Taylor Swift coming to Australia. Some of us want those tickets and they're expensive.
Melbourne
Well,
tickets. See, we're
anyway,
just waiting on
I
our
know
phones.
Sydney. Exactly. And she's even going to London. Maybe Betty is ready to do that. But anyway, Betty, you tell us your story about Skeptical because I know
Oh my
you as
God.
you're up there.
As you can see, today I'm here with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's a hot one today. I was thinking, I was thinking about this goal I've seen Thursday. I was thinking about it and I couldn't stop laughing and thinking, oh my God, how far have I come? You know. And I think when one day when I write a book, if I ever do,
Yeah.
I think I will just technically say, if you want to know the true meaning of skeptical husband or skeptical partner, listen to the story of my husband.
Yeah.
It will be as simple as that. Because I saw the skepticism in black and white. And I'm laughing because one of my followers here is my friend, a friend of mine, Anthony Wero, he's saying, how about skeptical wife in case
I know.
asking for the other gender? That's
I
why
know.
I'm because I know we have called this our today's goal, like our today's meeting, we've called it you want to start a business and it's all about a skeptical husband, but this is just in general, it will be skeptical friends,
Yeah.
skeptical wives, friends, relatives, everybody
Yeah.
would come here. So
Mm,
my story with trying to do businesses
Yeah.
didn't start with this particular one, the one that I'm doing now. I've
Yeah.
always
Oh,
been,
mhm.
yeah, I've
sorry
always
to
been.
interrupt. There's a question down there. What about skeptical wife in case
That's
Yeah,
people
me.
don't
That's
understand?
that's the one.
that's actually
That's Betty's friend who is asking
yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I have always been into businesses, and even at home, I also have other businesses running there. So this is something I've always done, and my husband has always known my potential. If
Yeah.
anything, if anybody, if somebody knows she's got a potential to do businesses, it's him. Yeah. But when we left Kenya, I still left my business, which is still running. They are still running
Yeah.
out. But when I got here, I don't know if he felt I'm too, how do I say it?
Ne-
I'm too
New in
green.
this system?
I'm too new in this system.
Green,
So
you're right.
at first I was doing a normal, I spoke about that small business I was doing at first in when I got here from Kenya. I was doing a small business of selling Masai sandals. You know the Masai sandals. My uncle
Yeah.
used
Yes.
to get them for me in Kenyatta Market, and he could send them to me, which is fine. It's just a normal business, a small business where I used to sell them to my friends. But as I've always said, there's a reason why we are doing this kind of a business we are doing, because you don't have to necessarily rely on your friends and family members for your
Yeah.
business to
Yeah.
grow. And when you're in that level of business where the sandals, I can only take these sandals because I know Priscilla wears size 5. I know this one she's gonna
Mm,
buy. That business will never be what you want it to be in your life. Yeah. So at some point, I got to a point, I got too tired of calling people to come and try these, and people are like, "Oh, I don't want them now. I'm not interested," and stuff. So I
Yeah.
stopped that.
Yeah.
I came and did another business, which was selling like a gifts. I even had a small Facebook page. It's called a gift shop. And then again, it was the same thing where taking things to people. And my husband was really believing in me because I remember doing, let me call it logistics on my own
Mm.
on weekends. I could drive the car, go to Washington, like near, if it's somebody nearby, I could go and take these things to them. I could post them. And the thing is, I had one room full of stuff for me to send to these people. Again, taking you back to that traditional way of doing business. And then I got
Yeah.
to a point, I remember opening my boot one day in the car, and I was looking at all these brochures and all these things about the business. And I was fed up, and I threw away everything. Some of the things had even expired and everything.
Yeah.
After that, I came and started doing another business for Forex. And that is where my husband lifted his hands, because the person who introduced me to this person, who introduced us to that business, was a
Yeah.
friend of mine. I don't know if she knew if this person was genuine, the person who introduced us to this business, but this person referred me to this company that was doing the business. And I thought, if it's a genuine business, it's my friend who has told me about the business. I trust her. She knows
Mm.
this person. If anything, we could always go to London and find this person. I invested my money and a lot of it. But I remember immediately after investing the money, I couldn't access. Anybody who has done forex, they will know what I mean. I could not access my account. So whereby when the money grows, you're supposed to withdraw it. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I couldn't even reach these people on phone. I couldn't. So
Yeah.
I thought, let me call this guy who introduced me to the business and tell him, I'm trying to reach these guys. I'm trying to withdraw my money, the
But
profit,
nothing.
but nothing. And then I told him, have you actually ever gone to the offices in London? And he said, oh, I've got the address. I will go there. Only for him to go and find this like a yard with like so many dead.
Oh
It's
my.
where dead cars get buried. That's where they had said is their address.
Yeah.
The money got
Oh
lost like
my.
that. And even worse, they tried to access my account, my bank account, to take more money. And at the time, I was very green in the UK.
Mm.
This was 2017. I didn't have, no, 2016. I didn't have, I couldn't drive. So you can imagine me trying to tell my husband, somebody is trying to access my bank. And then he said to me, call your bank right now and tell them to block everything. But then when I was calling the bank, because I was very nervous, I couldn't pass the security questions. So they
Oh,
blocked everything. But where the bank is not like a walking across the road. It is somewhere we had to drive. So imagine me, my husband driving me from where we used to stay. It's a
yeah.
small called Harrogate where the bank branch is, and he told me off all the way. You know, you're moving too fast. You don't even know what you're doing. How can you give people your bank accounts? Da, 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 da. And I was like, I didn't give them any bank accounts. I don't know how they have accessed it. Anyway, we managed to go and we blocked everything. But then all the money that I had invested got lost.
Oh no.
That
Yeah.
was no, I'm sorry, that was in 2019. That was in
Mm.
March of 2019. Because
Mm.
2 weeks later, that is when I saw this business. So you're imagining me, I have seen the business. I am very excited. I want to do it. But then
Yeah.
I'm remembering my husband from 2 weeks ago, how he was all over me when
There
we were
was
driving there.
there was
Yeah.
no cuddles then. There was no
No,
cuddles
there
then.
were no cuddles. We're gonna speak about cuddles, by the way. There were no cuddles. And hey, so I said, you know what? I like the sound of this business. But obviously, as a human being, you still, you're still being intimidated by that fear of where you're coming from, because I am coming from
Yeah.
the journey that I've told you guys.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, if I tell my husband now, two things are gonna happen. Either he's gonna tell me try it, or he's gonna crush me. But the bigger part of my heart was telling me he's
Mm.
not gonna encourage you to do this, only because he knows you've already
Mm.
lost a lot of money so far. So I went in. Just like Priscilla, I paid 149. Luckily, when we were living in Germany before we moved to the UK in 2016, I was working for the British Army. So there is some money that I had saved. You know how we are in Wakikuyu, tuna save.
Mm.
Mm.
Nenda kwa hao ka
Sana.
account kangu, kakando, I will know this today. Kakando, nikalipa $149. Sikumwambia. I remember our friends had visited our home 2 weeks after now I paid the $149, and I told them, you guys, excuse me, I'm very sorry. I have to go to the top floor. I have a coaching call. And my friend was looking like at me like, ati coaching call ni nini? Give me that lady.
Mm.
Because she's a friend, and my husband was in the kitchen.
Our friends.
Yeah. So I went and listened. I had a very amazing coaching call with my coach. My coach is Filipino. He lives in Canada.
Mm.
And then I came back downstairs, and fired up, happy, like, oh my God, this is so good. And I thought, when I'm too excited for me, I don't know how to hold the news.
Mm.
After my friends left, I broke the news to my husband. You should have seen his face. He was like, he started counting the businesses, that everything, the money that I have wasted along the way. And he said to me, you are crazy and you're on your own. I don't I don't hear anything
He won't
about,
drive you anywhere this time round.
yes, I don't hear anything about the businesses. I don't care what they have told you to do. All I know is you are way ahead of yourself and you're on your own. I don't hear anything about that business. But the good thing about my husband is this. When I told him there is a reason why, even after all these failures, there is a reason
Mm.
why I feel in my heart, I really feel it deep within my heart that I need to do something different. There is something that is pushing me because I know that we deserve better. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And he said to
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm happy with my wages. I'm happy with my salary. I'm happy with where you are. We are, crack on. The good thing about him is, and he says that if you meet my husband, and I know one day you guys will meet up and you will hear him, he says, you know what, my wife, I can say no to her, but as long as she has made up her mind, she will still do whatever it is. And that is
Mm.
exactly
Oh,
what I
don't
do.
worry. We are many. We are
Yeah.
many.
He said that. He said, I know I've said no to you, but I know you will still do it. And I
Yeah.
did it. And it was a very rough, fast 9 months in the business for me.
Uh-huh.
Because just like you, Priscilla, you're trying to saizi ndio unajaribu kutafuta your balance, to understand the
Yeah.
system, to catch up with everything, to get your confidence. And there was no support whatsoever from him. And then for me, I think I got to a point and I don't want to say upset or angry at him, but I became frustrated because I was seeing, those people who are in our business, who are doing his business as partners
With
together.
their partners.
Look how
Mm.
fast they are going. The other day we were celebrating Michelle Aseo, who, she was in the same situation. She was in the same situation like us, where the husband knew the business is there, but he wasn't into it. So she used to do it in a different room. But look at them now. Look at the amount of money they are making every month, or if not every day. We are talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, bonuses, annual bonuses, incentives, all those. And now they are doing it together. And I was looking at that and I became very frustrated. I was like, I even started comparing my husband with other people. Why can he be like so and
So
so?
and so.
Yeah. And I think out of that frustration, I fired myself up and I said, if this business is not going to work for anything else, because I know I have so many reasons for it to work, let it
Mhm.
work for me to prove him wrong. Like it
Come on.
just it now got that place. Let it work for me. Let it work
Yeah.
for me so that I can prove to him that I can do this. And the rest is history. He
Yeah.
he's the first one to know. I have received, there are these white envelopes I receive almost every day from the bank. And those they are just the deposit advices. They are debit advices. Like what do they call them? Credit advices. I don't even remember what they call them.
No,
But they are
you.
basically telling me your logistics company have paid you this much money. And why they do that? Because I've tried to stop them from sending me hard copies. I mean, we're in 21st century. Why are you still sending me those? It is because you know that our logistics branch, we get paid from Germany. So when I call my bank, they said, because it is an international transaction, we have to send you this advice note to let you know
Mm.
what is happening. And you can imagine how many they are. At this era, we are still receiving those here in the UK. But my husband is the first one to know. He even knows how the envelope looks like.
Now.
He knows when I've got two phones. This phone here is for my business. Babe, your phone is ringing. Someone is
Go pick
texting.
it.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage anybody who is in the same situation as me, and I have, if not tens, probably hundreds of husbands and wives who are saying, I really want to start this business, but my partner is not into it. I had a guy who was ready to do his coaching call, and his wife pulled him out last minute. Be
Yeah.
encouraged to know that you can still do this. Look at someone like Temi. Temi Kayode is one of our flying eagles from Africa. Temi's husband saw this business, and Temi was having none of it. She was like, "We've just gotten here, just like 2 months. We've just gotten here. Our only savings. You want to pour it into this business? This is a scam. I'm not gonna allow you." Da 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 da. Da. Look at Temi today.
Oh,
Look at
she's
the life
flying.
she's living today, and she is the one. The husband said, "No, I'm not doing this for me to do it. You're the one who is going to run this business." So they stayed for however long without talking to each other. But look at them today. Look at the amount of money they are making today. And I keep telling
I
people
know.
there is no difference between the amount of money people are making in this business and the salaries that the politicians in Africa are getting paid. You are like that with them. It is that serious amount. But imagine if I sat there and said, "Oh, my husband is not supporting me. I'm not gonna do this." No, you've got to do something about it, even though it means I've told you guys, I have got people who do this business in different locations. They're in the same houses, but because they
Mm.
know how their husbands are or how their wives are, they're doing it in different locations. If I ever said no, or if I ever drowned into not having that support, all the things we have done in this house, and it's every time we do something with money from the business, my husband says, "Oh my God, I am so glad you never listened to me." That is what he says. "I am so glad that you never listened to me."
Tune
Imagine,
change.
imagine.
Imagine that. And
Mm.
that you mentioned that is because I remember one of our business partners said that when she wanted to start this business, she told the husband, and the husband said, "No, you cannot
Yes.
do it." The husband is so skeptical. He's so
Mm,
skeptical. But she actually did it, like Priscilla said here. She used her
yeah.
rent money. This person said she used her own saving, like Betty used
Yeah.
her own savings. She went and paid in the just that one $49 to just get the info of what the business is
Yeah.
all about,
Yeah.
to see if it's for her, just to check it out. But she did it. And then when she joined in, she didn't even tell the husband. Then the husband started seeing those envelopes you're saying, Betty. When they
Yes.
started coming, he's wondering, what is this my wife is getting? What is this my wife is getting?
Yeah.
Sometimes you even become suspicious. Who is this sending my wife letters?
Yeah.
Wait until the wife started opening those envelopes. It is checks.
Yeah.
Checks. From that
Yeah.
day on, the husband has been the one who goes to the. Even when she was traveling, she says when she was traveling and the husband was left home, used to send him. The husband used to send her a video. Look, honey, look what
Yeah.
came in. You've got checks for you.
Oh my God. It
He's the
is
one.
true.
I know.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes that's the thing that fires you up. I mean,
Yeah.
having a spouse that doesn't support you, sometimes that is what that should fire you up.
That's
And
what fired me up.
it should really like
Yeah.
motivate you, you know? Nagetha ugage,
Yeah.
wacha nikuoneshe, because
Oh,
even I can do it. Even I can do it. And I remember
yeah.
those
Yeah.
first days when I was so new, and then I decided I'm not going to refund. So I decided I'm not going to refund, and then I started looking to see, are there other people who are like me, and then I was looking at skeptical spouses, and I saw so many people
Yeah.
who started and they work in a different room, or because when you're doing your online training, they hide in a someone was hiding in a closet that I thought was extreme, or others work in a different room, or
Yeah.
someone else who even took a side job as an Uber driver, you know
Mm-hmm.
to use that money, save it to start. And I was like, you know what, mine is not that extreme. And then I wrote my
No.
own now pros and cons, and now I decided I'm going to show this. So then I showed him, I have found this business. It says it's going to do A, B, C, D, and this will happen in this time, and these are the returns, blah 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 blah. And at that time, you're scared. You're like, what are they going to say? you know
Yeah.
Savings ni
I
zenyu
know.
pamoja.
Mm.
Sasa hizo and you don't want, amtaki hiyo kukorofisha na hiyo ya kwa nyumba.
Yeah.
And
I know.
yeah, so
But sometimes it takes rejection to push us out of that comfort zone, or it
yes.
takes
Absolutely.
rejection or being
Yeah.
told no to become a better version of you.
And you know
Mm.
what? So I feel, because I'll be lying if I stand here and say I haven't had my fair share of sleepless nights, and like, oh my God, it's really difficult, just like every other business.
Yeah.
And that is where I was talking to you about cuddles last week, and we were laughing. Yeah. But we've all been there where, you wish, I don't know, you're watching TV and you see like this lovely advert about a holiday or this lovely car or something, and you're like, I wish I could drive that car one day. And we all know the kind of husbands we are married to. They like, oh, don't worry, oh, we will get that one day, oh. And then in the back of your head, you're thinking, with what? With our wages, with our salaries that are not even enough to pay for our bills. Is that when I'll drive
or
that?
even the mortgage?
Yeah, like me,
or the mortgage.
like us, we have a mortgage, we are paying mortgage. And I was thinking, are we going to pay for the mortgage, or am I going to drive that Land Rover that I've always wanted? But they are good in that, like, oh, don't worry, we'll get there. And I'm thinking, you're so comfortable with your salary, and I am so uncomfortable with being employed because I know I deserve better. And I think you guys are saying a very good point. Work yourself, work so hard that even those who said you cannot do it or you cannot make it, they will get to a point of celebrating with you. I remember when I went to register my company, when I was going to, because I changed my business from doing it personally to a limited company. And it was around the COVID time. Everything was closed. Actually, I did all the registration online. And I remember my husband is the one who was giving me the advices because he knows about all those things. In as much as he doesn't believe in my business, he knows a lot about incorporations and all those things he knows. So he was giving me all these advices, do this and do that and do this. And he was giving me an advantages of having it as a limited company, all those things. And then he said to me, come, I'll show you how to go into the websites, the government websites, and do that. He actually did all that with me.
Yeah.
It was now 1 year and about 2 months in the business. I was looking at him like, wow, this guy
Who is this? Yeah, tables have turned.
Tables have turned, I remember when we received all those letters from the company house. It's called company house here in the UK. And then we opened the bank accounts. And then we started employing the accountants. And we started seeing all these paperwork coming in and doing tax returns and everything. And I'm looking at him like, oh my God, he is changed. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, one day exactly.
I know.
Oh, God had to make sure that day had to be seen. For me to know, not only for me to know that I didn't follow the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But for me to know I had to do what I had to do to change our situation. Right now, outside there,
I know.
we are driving our dream car. My sisters are here. My mom's house is done. And so many other things. We've been on holidays. All these things that I have always wanted to do, we are now doing them. But imagine if I never took that action, I would still be getting those cuddles of, oh, don't worry.
I know.
One day
we'll do them.
One day. So if nothing else is pushing you into doing this, you who is out there, you've been told that you can't do it by your husband or your wife or your friends. Mimi, I think I even have friends who are telling me, we Betty, weenda ujaribu your business. Ukichomeka, at least usichomeke siku moja. They're not even telling you, if you become successful, come and do it with us. They're telling you, weenda ujaribu, at least ukichomeka.
We shall know. Now we'll know. So we can steer
away. And some of them right now, they are like upset with me, like, how can you start a business? Because you know what happens? People will start seeing your life change.
Yeah.
People will start seeing you change. And then people will be like, oh, siku hizi kwani unafanyanga nini? Na hata huwezi tuambia.
I know.
I
know. Or even they see you relaxed and you're happy, you don't have a kid in the world, and they ask you, what's changed? What's happening? And you've not been giving us the secret. And you're like, I gave you the secret. I told you what I've been doing. And then you're telling me, you're blaming me that I didn't tell you. Seriously?
To register hapo kwa website ujione. Lakini
I know.
Hawaskiangi.
But you see, the problem is we don't, a lot of us, I'm sorry to say, as I said, from my experience and myself, I love reading. But when Betty shared with me this idea about this business, I didn't bother reading. That is a problem with a lot of us. We tell you, you just need 90 minutes of your time to go and watch the webinar to see what this business can do for you. You have
on.
hours and hours to cheat on Netflix, but then you will complain at the end of the month you don't have money to pay for that Netflix. But yet
Yeah.
you could have watched a 90-minute webinar, which have given you idea of a business, and then you can be watching as much Netflix as you want. After if you want to pay for the premium, niliona kuna ile premium, you can pay
Kunai.
for that without a worry,
Yeah.
in the world. But
Yeah.
that is the thing. We also have skeptical us. Some of
Yeah.
us are very skeptical because we are like, we see something. Yes,
Aujiamini.
You're not
I
believing
know
in
you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe. I mean, if you cannot believe in yourself, who do you expect to believe in you? If we
Yeah.
cannot believe in ourselves, will other people believe in us? You know,
That's a
at the
good
end of
point.
the day, when us guys, we are skeptical ourselves, we don't have faith in ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we are told to do something, get the information, we don't want to go and get the information ourselves. We kind of, when you see my daughter touching my mouth and all, it's just she's about to fall asleep. That's
Ah,
Oh,
her,
sawa.
her
Hakuna shida.
that's her sooth,
Hakuna
that is
shida.
her soothing mechanism. But anyway, this is what we do as parents. We run the business with the other children around.
yeah.
But as I say, we also are skeptical ourselves too. We are skeptical of our, our strength. We don't believe that we have so much strength to do the best, but yet we want the best for ourselves, but we are not yearning for it. We are not reaching for it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I mean, today people are saying, yes, we're talking about as where here, where Anthony said, asking for the other gender. We wrote there
Yeah.
skeptical husband because it is us women who are in this business. It is about our story. But that husband, skeptical husband, replace it with skeptical wife, skeptical partner, skeptical friend, or skeptical me.
Yeah.
So replace it with that. Ask yourself, am I skeptical of myself? Am I skeptical of my greatness?
Mm.
But I believe I need more. But what am I doing for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that skeptical partner of yours, skeptical husband, wife, partner, friend, and yourself, can you one day just, what can I call it? Like prank yourself, fool yourself one day and say, I
Mm.
will do this. Like fool yourself, fool even yourself. Fool the miriako, fool too, and say, I
Yeah.
will do this. And then surprise yourself one day. Surprise that partner, surprise that husband. Like Betty said, her husband is the one now who has to go and open those things and so excited about it.
And and,
So
and mine
excited
reminds
about
me,
it.
and
I
mine
was, I
reminds
was,
me to do ads, to
yeah.
shoot ads.
Oh my
Imagine.
God. It's true. You have said that now, and it's because sometimes I feel like and it's just a human thing. It's a natural human instinct.
Feel the
Sometimes I
unknown.
feel like people can connect with your spirit in a way, because if you're skeptical, you yourself, even the people who are around you will be knowing, even you're not really believing in this husband. Because I've spoken past,
Yeah.
I've had people telling me, "Eure, dike ka mother ni agwetikira."
By the way, me too.
What? Dike ka mother ni agwetikira? And I am thinking, how about you? Where will I that here? Forget about your partner and your whoever and your wife. Wewe mwenyewe unataka aje? Ila tukinya hau ha muthe abauka ni agwetikira ri. How are you feeling yourself? So by you having asking yourself those negative questions, it is already having a negative impact from the beginning for you. But what if you say, niona like
Yeah.
ayagira nigumera ritagiririe. And because by
Yeah.
the time when you have that excitement, by the time you come to other people, that your excitement will overtake them. They will be like, oh my God, why is she so excited about this? And that's why I was telling people that's why I always said when I was saying it the other week, I am always
Yeah.
excited for Saturdays because this business has given me so much purpose now, and especially with these go lives, I'm so excited for my Saturday because I know I'm doing something related to the business. But if I
Yeah.
don't take that excitement, even the people who are not at home, they will feel it, you know. Like every time now we are talking, we are having like a one-on-one with my children or even my husband at home. We at some point we will mention my business, and it is because I have shown them I so believe in this business. No doubt, 100% I believe in this business, and you guys don't have a choice. You have to believe in it.
Yeah.
But once I become skeptical about myself, Because I know I have been told about other businesses, I was skeptical and I let go. Maybe they were good businesses, I don't know. But I know what skepticism can do. And once you become skeptical, that is when you start saying, next week. There is nothing wrong with having a husband who will tell you no. But when you're willing and believe the self-trust, you will do it even without his approval. Mimi, I don't believe in. I know there is. I do respect my husband, but I don't wait for anybody's approval for me to do what I know is right for me. Niĩ nĩ ũkangora thiangĩte ũngorage rĩu mbere rĩu wonaga atĩ haya ĩna kweli business ĩno yarĩ njega, because either way, even though this business was not the right one for me, I know I would not have come out of there with nothing. I would have come out of there with lesson and experience.
Yeah.
So when somebody is skeptical, first of all, you are your own enemy. And the other day I said, nobody is coming to your rescue. Nobody is coming to help you, by the way. Don't kneel and tell Gai, but you already know about the business. You already know about something that could change that situation you are in. But you're skeptical. We are talking about skeptical husbands and all these other people. But the biggest of them all is when you're skeptical yourself.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And
That's true.
It's a really strong thing. You're skeptical about yourself. Especially vile umesema, if you've tried other things before. Umejaribu vitu zingine, alafu azikupei, the fruits you're expecting.
Hazile mapato unataka.
Yes.
So ugakorwo demotivated, motisha inaanguka na unakosa kujiamini kabisa. Like mi kitu ilini savingi na hii biashara, because mi nilikuanga hapo pa skeptical person. And I've shared this before, because I've not seen anyone in my immediate family run a successful business. How can I do it? Mi ndo nani sasa? No. Kwa hii biashara nakumbuka walisemanga you have a mentor and a coach. Unaona? As in there's someone there to guide you. Nikajua okay, sio mimi peke yangu, nitakuwa na mtu mwingine. Tugakoria Betty, what did you do? Priscilla, what happened when you did ABCD? What did you do? Having people like that you can talk to and rely on. And then when you pay that 149 and you're ushered into that group and you see all those people, and me, because my coach told me you can talk to anyone, I went in there, una message watu hivi and they genuinely answer and they genuinely talk to you and they genuinely give you more information. Nikajua okay, sio mimi tu, there are people to help you. Unapata motisha, unapata ka motivation kengine hapo, alafu the more you do it, the more unapata confidence. Mi nikianza mi haungewai niona ati Facebook live saa ngapi.
Yeah,
I know.
Hata picha zangu sikuwa na post ama za nani ama nani, ni zile za you send silly forwards and when you're told, so you can use any social media to run your business, it also scares you. I've never done something before, but I also knew when you've never done anything before, there's that fear, the fear of the unknown. So when I know that, nikisikia nimeogopa niko, naogopa tu juu sijui ni nini. Okay, unakaa unajiita tu kama shemanio. And then I would talk to my coach I would talk to someone. Namuuliza, did you feel afraid? Did you ever do this? Which is, oh my God, which is something I love. Like just having someone you can talk to. Kwanza, if you're skeptical yourself. Let me say, for me, I don't know if I can say I'm a confident person. Okay, maybe I am. Some people would say I am. But putting yourself out there, hivyo kwanza biashara, it is something that can make you feel, alafu naona kosa kujiamini. But knowing there are people, honestly, this lady over here, when she reached out to me almost day one, and we started chatting, she's always someone I can rely on. Call like this in the evening, in the morning. Do I pack?
Yeah.
Unafanya nini hapa? Unafanya nini hapa? Unafanya nini hapa? And bet you when you saw that ad of mine, and you reached out and you said, wonderful, good job, go, ukafeel haya, auko peke yako. So people out there mko skeptical, unataka kuanza lakini tu unaogopa we mwenyewe. Jua with time utaendelea kubuild confidence yako.
Yeah.
You'll build your own confidence. You will become more knowledgeable, and you will realize, you will shock yourself at what you can do, because you may not
Exactly.
have been aware that you could do something. You will shock yourself. And those skeptical partners, let me tell you, if there's one thing that will change a skeptical partner, it is the money. Anything that will change a skeptical partner, it is the money. Strategize what you're going to do, how you're going to tell them. Ama kama we ni wale wa kujificha jificha. Yes,
I
strategize.
know.
1
Yeah.
year, utie mwaka moja. Na kama hatujaona results, maybe then we can reassess. You can give someone, no muikare the mwalie. Mnakaa chini mnaongea like human beings. And me, when he saw the money before a year was over, he was like, oh, okay. He's like,
I
oh,
know.
you mean it is doable?
Yeah.
It is not
Yeah.
rocket science. And then I keep telling him, even you will join.
One day join me.
Going to join
One
me
day
one.
join me.
I'm
Yeah.
like, you're older than me. You're going to be the one retiring. Now those are things we talk about. Who's retiring fast? Who's doing what? Because this online business, it is not we're doing it quickly ati mpate pesa, na sio kuharamia mtu, mnaharamia mtu. It's a long game. It's for life. And you can see it is for life. Sio kitu cha speedy. Na kuna mtu force.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, ni hiyo unaweza plan ahead, muone, okay, now mtafanya nini hapo mbele, and then what will you do then? So I'm really enjoying that journey. Just to build on what you've said, if someone is skeptical of themselves, their own ability, just know that mentorship that comes with it, that having a coach is what is going to help you in that journey. You're not going to be alone. Kama ni cha kuogopa, you're not going to be doing this alone. There are people who will reach out to you. You can reach out to them as well. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we can always talk about when we have these go lives, we laugh at each other and say we can go on and on. But anyway, I think we can we can talk about this skeptical forever. But what I can say, maybe as we come to to finish this, is if you're out there, you're a skeptical husband, you're a skeptical wife, or a skeptical partner, a friend, why don't you probably just give your wife, your husband, your friend the trust, because they know what they want for themselves. Just give them the chance to be them. Give them the chance to, do what they can. And don't say, what if you fail? Can you start saying, what if they make it?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, what if they make it? And even you yourself, as who are skeptical, ask yourself, sometimes you say you want to change the world, but you tell yourself, I can't do it. Have you tried and seen that you can't do it? So try first and then be the judge of that. Don't say I can't do anything, that you cannot make it. Try first, and then whatever the outcome, then you can tell yourself, I made it, or I did not make it. But do not beat yourself even if you didn't make it. Use that as a stepping stone to learn and to better yourself. So if you're out there, you're a skeptical person, you're a skeptical partner, let's just try and lift each other up, because at the end of the day, we just need to be, support the other person, because as Betty said, she's the kind of person, when she's made up her mind, she'll do it. Myself, I am the same. I think one day when we sit here and we tell you where we've come from and our stories, you will see where we are coming from. That when we decide that, like for me, if I decide I am doing it, and my husband even tells me, he knows once I decide I want to do anything, I will do it, because that is me. Because it doesn't matter because I believe in myself, I believe in my ability. And the moment that I believed in the information that Betty gave me, and I took the chance to, pay that 149, watch the webinar and realize this is something that I can do. This is something for my own benefit. Then I
Hmm.
did it because I believed in myself. So if you're out there and you're that skeptical person, try and do something to change that, and just try and prove yourself wrong.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I don't know if you ladies have, a parting shot or something that you can say as we come to an end to our life.
No, for me, it's just to, it's the same. I feel like we've said it all, but you you're the one who knows where you want to go. You're the one
Yeah.
who knows the desires of your heart. And the only way is for you to take the action. You know, you've got to have that self belief in the first place for you to, for anybody before anybody else believes in you, even though someone out there is laughing at you, because we all know that when we are doing something different, when someone is doing something different, there will be those people who will be laughing at them. Look at like
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg when he started Facebook. He even invited his friends and they were laughing at him. But because first of all, he had that self belief in himself. That is why
Mm.
this empire has been built the way it has been built. So when you have that self belief, I think it also comes with confidence. So
Mm.
even when those people are laughing at you, you know where you're going. It doesn't.
Yeah.
If they're laughing, it doesn't matter. And I always say this to people. Starve your negatives and starve anything that will take you out of that way of focusing, and feed your focus, feed your
Mm.
feed your positive mindset. Because without those two, you're gonna listen to those people who are telling you cannot do it. So for me, it's just this is doable. And sometimes, unfortunately, not everybody is like as strong as us. I know people who, if their husbands or their partners say no, a no is a no, and they get scared, and that is it. I can't because my husband said no. It
Mm.
could be because of who they are. It could be because maybe they would have depended on that person financial wise and all those things. But for me, I believe where there is a will, there is a way. I,
Yeah.
Mm.
somebody might say no to you because they are thinking, oh, it's enough from me because I don't even have the money. I don't even know what this thing you're doing. But the more you think about it, when you start doing something and when you start strategizing, how am I going to start this business? I know this person is not supporting me, but how am
Yeah.
I going to move forward with this because I really want it? What do I do?
Yeah.
So I think with that, you then start now doing things. I don't know. You lose
Mm.
someone to go to the salon or to do nails or to, I don't know. There's where you do the little things you do with your money that you're not supposed to do. And even though it means at some point go and do a side hustle. I always say I used to be an Amazon driver. I used to be a delivery driver. That's for me to be able to invest in this business. And yet my joint account with my husband had enough money for me to go in and take the money and do whatever I want. But because I had a skeptical husband, a skeptical partner, I couldn't do that. But I didn't sit down and cry for myself. I had to do, and I had to find other channels. I had to find other
Yeah.
solutions. And that is exactly what you out there who is listening to us should do. You know, and then once you get a success, don't
Yeah.
dismiss that somebody. Celebrate it with them. Say to them, hey, look,
Mm.
this is what I meant. This is where we are. Tusianze kusikia story hata hakuwa ananisupport, hata sitaki
Mm.
kumuona, mi naenda
I
sasa
know.
sisi peke yangu. No, go and celebrate it with them.
In fact,
Sometimes
plan a dinner.
sometimes these
Plan a
people,
dinner date.
they
Take
are not
them out.
skeptical they're not skeptical, or they're not dismissing us because probably
Albaya.
No.
not necessarily because they know we can't do it. Sometimes you know how they are protective. Oh,
Mm.
babe, I don't want
Yeah.
you to lose your money. I don't want you to do this and that. I'm
Yeah.
scared for you and all those things. It could be an innocent reason like that. So don't dismiss them. And then when you have that kind of mentality and mindset, why would not God come through for you? Because He
Yeah.
knows that you mean it, you mean well, and you want this to work for you guys as a family. So that is my parting shot. I don't want to take a lot of time because I don't want us to go past 1 hour.
Mm.
Priscilla, anything to finish up?
I'm just gonna say nothing changes if nothing changes.
Mm,
True.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. You're looking for something different, something to do. You come across digital business. You see any of these ladies and you see what they're doing and you want to, but you're scared, like we said, skeptical in yourself.
yeah,
You have you have to take that leap of faith. And remember, you're not alone. That mentor is there for that exact reason, to guide you. So you're not alone. And if that mentor is not there for you every single day, you look for other people as well, because we are 191,000 who are doing this business and succeeding globally.
Mhm.
Globally. These two ladies, we work together, we help each other, we support each other. And this is why we're here, because you're not alone. Everyone, you find your tribe, you find people who you can surround yourself with. You're not alone, you build your wealth. Just remember, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Changes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks, ladies. And as we end up this, I mean, if you're out there, you've been watching us, you've been listening, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. And reach out to us. Reach out to us on Facebook. We've got our website there. Reach out to us. Check us out and ask the questions that you've probably had. But let me just remind you, as we've always said, this is not a quick get rich business. No, it is a business that if you work hard, just as any other business, or even if you're employed, if you work so hard in your employment, there is something that they do an elevation, or they do your performance. And if you get a good performance, then you go up the ranks. It's the same with the business. If you put in your effort, you've got mentors and coaches, but the business is yours. So you have to do your own business. It's not a get rich quick business, but it is a business can build you as a person and give you something that you've been looking for. So reach out to us, ask all those questions that we have, and we'll be back again. I hope you don't get tired of us, because we are here, as you said, we always want, we're getting our results. We're happy. We want other people to also be happy. So why not share with it? Why keep the secret to ourselves? So let's meet again next week, next Saturday, and we'll be back again. Have a good night, have a good day, and have a blessed afternoon. Cheers and be blessed.
Asanteni, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Kwaherini.